What's going on, guys? Rubber Games here, more Armored Core 6, and last episode when we left off we actually finished the arena, and yeah, some of the last fights we had were pretty cool, and we actually had a little cutscene as well at the end of the arena, which was quite nice, made a nice change. But yeah, we actually got left with a decision mission, so we have to make a choice for which mission we're going to be doing next. But in between episodes, quickly, I did do a little bit of OS tuning, and I'm not manual aiming just because it's something that has been useful in previous games, so I made sure to get that just in case it comes up and is useful in this game. With some longer range builds, if we get access to more long range weapons later on, I imagine it'd be quite handy for that. But then other than that, also upgraded our damage with our weapons just a little bit more, so we should be doing a lot more damage with our kinetic and explosive weapons, and then a little bit more damage with our energy weapons as well. And also, just because we had the points left over, and it added up nicely to the amount of OS chips that we had, also got some damage tuning, so we should take a little bit less damage as well. It's not the biggest improvement, but it might come in handy. It might be the difference between winning a fight and losing it in some situations. But yeah, in terms of next mission, I've actually decided that we're going to be doing Ambush the Vespers, just because I don't like the Vespers other than Rusty. Rusty is amazing, but the other guys that we've met as part of the Vesper squad haven't been very friendly to us, whereas the Red Guns have actually been quite interesting, and I quite like the guy that's in charge of him as well. He's very enthusiastic. But other than that, like I said at the end of last episode, this mission has a much lower reward to it against the Vespers, and typically in Armored Core games, if ever there's been a mission that has offered a commission only based pay, or just a lower pay, it tends to have more story points to it, from my experience, or there'll be like hidden parts or another way that you can earn some money through the mission. And also, Aya told us that the Rubiconians wanted us to pick this mission, and seeing as Handler Walters seems to be holding out a lot of information from us, and I think Syndicala is as well, I think we'll go with this mission. Might not necessarily be what they want in the long run, but yeah, hopefully it might give us a bit more information towards that, I don't know. But yeah, let's take it on and see how it goes.
This is the request from Middle Flatwell, the Liberation Front commander.
Raven, I'll get straight to the point. Arquebus leads the corporate forces, emboldened by assimilated PCA technology. But they're still human, tired from the endless conflict between powers. Open to an attack on their key forces. We want you to eliminate 2 of the Vesper's numbered officers. V5 Hawkins, their officer overseeing the transport corps. V8 Pater, his adjutant. We'll use false information to lure them out from their Depth 2 survey, then ambush them. I will assist you on this mission. It'll be a good opportunity to catch up with a veteran. I look forward to your favorable response, Raven.
And also with this mission we get a friendly craft with us, and I like missions where you have a co-op partner. In terms of our AC, I'm not quite sure which one will be good for this mission, but I want to use this guy again, just because I haven't used him for quite a while, and we've changed up his pulse guns and the laser cannons to laser shotguns since last time we used him. Plus he looks pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, we're going to go with this guy and see how it works out. We have had some success using him in the arena against enemy ACs, so hopefully he works out well for this mission as well.
Middle Flatwell is the de facto leader of the Rubicon Liberation Front. If he's he's accompanying you in person, he must be planning to take your measure.
Main system, activating combat mode.
Commence mission. This will be a joint operation with Middle Flatwell, the Liberation Front commander.
They're coming, Raven. Whenever the moment is right.
What could this emergency call from V2 be about, sir?
That's just snail being snail, my boy. He loves to send his minions running.
Sir, there'll be trouble if he hears that kind of talk.
Targets confirmed. The tetrapod is piloted by V5 Hawkins. V8 Pater has the reverse joint AC.
Those are our two numbered Vespers. Ready when you are, Raven.
Ambush! Peter! What's your status?
Superficial damage. No abnormality.
Good. Open fire. That was a clever ruse, wasn't it, Peter? Would have been the first time snail sent us running at a moment's notice.
Took the bait, hook, line, and sinker, sir.
Seems the Vesper's elites aren't easily rattled. Very well. Try brute force. Raven, is this how we meet in person? See, the other ones don't go flat mode. The Liberation Front's big cheese. Look alive, Peter. Yes, sir. This will be fun, sir. Please, it can't take any more.
One down.
Sir, I can't.
Hopefully this guy goes down without too much trouble.
Down.
Left shoulder ignition at 30%.
V5 Hawkins down.
I think our pulse guns actually worked out quite well in this mission,
Mission accomplished.
because that guy had a shield that he liked pulling out,
Privilege, Raven.
and this guy had his assault armor
Maybe I'll find a
ability.
comrade in you yet.
Our back shotguns seem to do pretty well. They don't have the most amount of ammo though, but I think charging those double shots and starting the fight with that worked quite well as well in our favour. Yeah, that was a cool little mission. Not the highest payout, I know, but yeah, it was fun. Our repair costs and ammunition costs quite high, but we did use a lot of ammo with all our weapons. But yeah, see what happens now with the story. And looks like we've got some more combat logs. So that's given us another generator, and that looks very similar to the coral-based and powered generator that we've already got. So I assume that one's also going to be a coral-based generator. Considering it's made by the Research Institute as well.
One new message.
About the request to attack the Red Guns. Sounds like V4 Rusty took care of it. Michigan's dead. Heard he went down fighting. Balam's withdrawn from Rubicon. The politicians will be fighting their war now. Where there's coral, there's blood. That's how it's always been, 621.
Raven, are we doomed to spark conflict wherever we go?
So in some ways I'm quite glad that Rusty made it out okay, but it seems like regardless of what we picked, the other faction would be doomed to fail. But yeah, let's see what that generator is. So again, it's another coral based generator, and it's a much heavier unit than the one that we've unlocked before, but it's better in pretty much every way other than the weight and supply recovery. It's got pretty much highest capacity that you can get, and the post recovery energy supply is very high as well. So again, we might mess around with coral generators later on, see if they work for any of our builds that we have. But seeing as that mission didn't take too long, I'm going to do another one, and this is a unknown territory survey. So it sounds like we're going to be having another sort of exploratory mission, but it does say there, eliminate your pursuer. So I don't know if we'll have another boss battle, maybe against a very similar enemy that we had in the other exploration mission. But yeah, payout is pretty decent for it as well.
We're picking up where we left off. Now that you've dealt with the laser barrier, we can explore deeper underground. We've received a request from Arquebus to continue the advanced survey. There was something else too.
Orders for Raven, Advanced Survey Squad. We've received some concerning information that an AC has been quietly following your trail. Arquebus cannot tolerate unauthorized surveys that will put its coral interests at risk. If you spot this rogue agent, eliminate them.
Where there's coral, there's blood. Remember that, 621.
So yeah, sounds like there's going to be a bit of a cat and mouse act this mission. But I think in terms of our AC, we're going to be using this one with double high capacity machine guns, because we haven't shown those off yet. We've also got missile launch in the back right and then pile bunker on the back left. That hopefully should come in handy if we do come across that AC and fight them. And yeah, that way if we stagger them, we'll have a weapon that we can get a good amount of damage on, especially with our OS tuning upgrades, direct hit damage and melee damage upgrades. So hopefully it works out quite well for us.
Who could be following you? The Liberation Front? Another mercenary?
Hopefully it's not 9-ball,
System activating combat mode.
although that would be pretty cool.
Commence mission. Make your way down to the next depth.
Something's jamming the radar. It must be interference from the active coral. Rely on your eyes and ears.
Is that...
Coral response from inside the creature. Watch out!
So it looks like we've got some kamikaze bugs.
Looks like these guys got a taste of the coral too.
At least they don't shoot lasers out their faces like some of the other biological enemies we've had in the series. So there's a not so hidden part here. That's another ephemera part. So it looks like we've still got some more of those to collect.
Reading pods for the mealworms. Looks like they're out of commission now.
Raven, I'm reading something behind us, and it's getting closer.
Oh, here where it's a bit more open. Still got plenty of ammo left. Looks like we're taking down Rusty.
Go deal with a mercenary who went in alone, they said. Figures. Seems both of us are too dangerous to keep around. And the higher-ups wouldn't miss an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. Hate to say it, but Rubicon still needs me. So, buddy, who needs you?
AC Steel Haste incoming.
I don't want to dance to that tune, but this time, I don't have any other choice. I'm coming, buddy. Such a move up. 621, make it through this alive. That's your job. You never change. You're not afraid to die, or to kill.
2 repair kits remaining.
I really didn't want to do that.
Never failed to impress. But this isn't over yet. Buddy. There's no graver threat than power without purpose.
We've lost all signs of Steel Haze. He's escaped.
Good job, 621. No need to pursue him. We have to keep pressing on.
Yeah, I really didn't want to do that, but he made it out of there, so I'm guessing he'll come back later on in the story. It was quite cool to see though that when he went in for the double energy blade attack, we managed to kick him away. So that's something to bear in mind. Might come in handy in PvP as well if you want to take part in that.
I'm picking up a major coral response coming from the bottom of the pit. Let's keep moving, Raven. It's close. A city from before the fires of Ibis.
Institute City. Of course. No wonder we couldn't find it. I need to prepare before the corps move in. Head back to base and rest up.
Like some journey to the centre of the earth type thing. But yeah, that was a really cool mission. Obviously a lot of story points there. Rusty's now our enemy. Can't say I blame him. But a bit of a shame because he was a cool character. But like I said, I don't like the other Vespers from what we've seen. So I think we made the right choice. But yeah, that was a cool mission. And Rusty, Hannah Walters said that Rusty might know who we were before we were 621. So that might, if he comes back as maybe another boss fight, that might come up there when we see him again. But it looks like we got a ephemera head. Then got some logs there as well.
Raven, I see them so clearly. The voices of the coral. My family. Brothers and sisters consumed by the fires of Ibis. Only a few survived. But after all this time, they finally formed a new flock. It looks like Walter has sent you a message. Let's take a look, Raven.
Incoming comms.
Let me tell you a story before you go. There once was a scientist. He abandoned his family to delve into the secrets of coral. His work yielded a carnival of horrors, augmentation surgery included. But there was another scientist. He took his colleagues' sins upon himself and set it all ablaze. Died with no regrets. There's a lesson in this story. Once something's alive, it doesn't die easy. 621. Story time's over. It's time for work.
So if that's the case, maybe the fires of Ibis that wiped out Rubicon before weren't an accident. Yeah, be interesting to see if we sort of get any more information to do with that. But yeah, we've got another head here, the ephemera head. It's actually pretty good in a lot of areas. The AP is pretty decent. Anti-kinetic defense isn't great, but the other defenses are really high. Attitude stability is quite high as well, which is good. System recovery is high as well. The scan distance and duration is a bit rubbish. But other than that, that's actually a really good all-round head. It is quite heavy, and the energy load is quite high. I think that might actually make sense to put on a couple of our builds. So we might give it a go. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see as well if we manage to help Aya in any way, shape or form. Because she's obviously a consciousness in the coral, like she's explained. So yeah, I wonder if there's any way that she could be maybe put into body with the augmentation that Walter just talked about. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, we might see her in an armor core at some point. Yeah, next mission we've got is reach the coral convergence, and it says that it's going to be the end of the chapter. So we're going to leave that for next episode, and we haven't got long left this episode anyway. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and then next episode we'll do that mission and see how this chapter ends. It's been quite a cool chapter overall, a lot of interesting points for the story and a lot of big events that sort of happened, and obviously we're sort of starting to explore a new area, which probably has quite a lot of story implications with it as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode and have been enjoying the series so far. I really can't wait to see what happens next in the story, and it's nice that it's taking such a sort of focus in comparison to a lot of previous FromSoftware games, not just Armored Core games. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Hope you are too. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.